What's up, Terabytes?
I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios.
And I'm Coach Jeremy.
And today we're going to be talking about how to hear harmonies. Stay tuned.
So we're going to be talking about how to hear the harmonies that complement each other and the melody.
Yeah.
First thing you want to do is immerse yourself in the music. Then you want to hear the third and you want to hear the fifth.
Yeah.
So when we start talking about immersing yourself in the music, what does that mean to you, Tara?
Okay, so just like when you have a baby and the baby doesn't speak your language, you talk to that baby all the time. You know that baby doesn't speak yet. You know it doesn't really understand or compute yet. But the immersion within that language and the consistency that you give that child ends up in the result of that child speaking that language. Same thing goes for reading and writing. It's sort of a miracle, really, when you think about it. And that's why people are like, oh, she said mama, she said dada, like it happened. Because it's almost like there's a part of you that can't believe that out of just you speaking all that time, that happened. Mm-hmm. And the same thing goes for music immersion. I know that when you listen to pentatonics or a barbershop or a choir or any kind of music that has a very harmony forward basis, you may be thinking to yourself, I mean, I know they said to immerse yourself, but I don't hear anything. Yet. So just like that baby takes time to really have their brains change and compute in those neural pathways to form, to understand what they're hearing and then be able to regurgitate it. It's the same thing when it comes to music. So music immersion is point number one because it is the key. If you want to learn how to sing harmonies, don't listen to anything except for music that has a ton of harmonies in it.
I totally get that. As someone that kind of grew up as a Baptist choir boy, like I used to go to rehearsals with my mother and just sit in the back and listen to them have choir rehearsals. And I never thought about it, but I was hearing all those thirds and all those fifths and all those harmonies in my ear. And so later, much later, when it came time to sing those harmonies, I could already hear them before my director or whoever else was trying to teach them to me. I could already hear them in my head. And it was because of that osmosis of having heard it. So
total immersion. Let's move on to point number two. All right, so point number two, guys, is hearing the third. What does that mean?
What is the third? So most harmonies are built off a basic triad. A triad is 3 notes that are performed at one time. So you want to start by learning the third, which is the closest to your root note or your tonic or the melody.
The first, yeah. So for an example, I'm gonna play a C4 right now, and that's gonna be my root, tonic, or first. Those are all synonyms for the same thing, for the C, okay? I'm gonna play C. Now, I'm going to go up a third, he hears it, right? Choir boy over here. It's the closest major harmonic note to the first. Okay, so I'm playing an E above C here. And that is a harmonic. You're singing harmony at that point, okay? 1 to 3. Now, once you start on that note, you then simply, for the most part, there are exceptions, but you simply follow the melodic line of the melody. So if I'm singing la 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 la, so la 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 la, I'm gonna start on that third. Speaking, I'm singing the same types of steps down and the same types of steps up as I would on the root of the C, except for I'm starting a third higher on an E. La 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 is the same melodic line as la 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 la. I'm just starting higher. I'm starting on the third. So that's what hearing the third means. Let's try it one more time. Ready? Yeah. You want to do the first and I'll do the third?
Yeah.
2, ready, and la 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 la.
Next, we have the fifth. Now, the fifth is obviously a higher harmony than the third is, but it's called a perfect fifth because it's the one that stands out the most. So you can always hear the 1 and the 5 in whatever music that you're listening to. So it's the next step, but it's probably going to eventually be the one that you go to first once you really get immersed in these harmonies.
For real. And that's because it's then 3-part harmony, right? So when you just sing the 1 and the 3 like we did in step number 2, you're only singing 2-part harmony, right? In our example, yeah? But when we go to 3-part harmony and you start hearing that, which is 1, 3, 5, and 5 so you can hear it easily. But usually when you're singing a 5th, chances are someone else is singing the 3rd. And when you're singing the 3rd, that's a harder note to hear because it's sandwiched in between the C and the G. So it goes C, E, G. And it's always easier to our ear, especially if it's semi-untrained, to hear the root, which is the C, and the top note of the harmony, which in this case is the G. The middle one's harder to hear. So unless you're singing 2-part harmony, where the 3 is the top note, if it's 3-part harmony, the 3 is the middle note, and that's more difficult to hear. So
I actually have a challenge for you all. So when we get ready to do 1 and 5, I challenge you to try to find that 3rd in between us while you're listening.
Yes, challenge, idea on the spot. Yes, I like that. That's why I keep them around. Okay, so let's do 1 and 5 first so they can hear it.
Okay.
And then we'll leave a little space for you to try the 3 in between. Let us know in the comments box below if you were able to do the 3. And then we'll give you the answer afterwards. So we'll leave it and then we'll give them the answer. Okay, so this is 1 and 5. So you do the root, I'll do the 5th, yeah?
Going in the same melody?
Just this note first, and then we'll go into the laws, okay? So, la, 1, 5. Okay, can you hear the 3? Shh, okay. So, 1, 5. Okay. Now, if we do la, 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 this is where an exception comes in. You can follow this linearly and go la 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 la, and that'll sound fine. We're going to show you what that means. But I'm also going to give you one more option, which is a little more creative if you feel like flexing your harmonic muscles. Okay, so let's try it on la and la 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 la. That sounds okay-ish. But it's a little strange. But we're following it linearly, and for learning purposes, that's okay to do first. But you could also do.
Yes, give us a good discount.
Yes, okay? Because I know, based on my instincts harmonically, because I'm good at harmonies, that this is gonna sound a little funny. That sounds weird to me, right? So I'm gonna avoid that B and that F, and I'm gonna just stick on G because I know this is a leading harmonic, and that sounds good. And I'm creating more suspense here, and then I'm resolving it here, and finally completely resolving it there.
Now, once you really, just to go back a little bit, once you really immerse yourself in these harmonies, once you begin to really hear them, things like this just make you just
Your
gives you
heart
the goosebumps because it's so pretty. So
you're gonna eventually be able to do this. I know you're like, oh, why are they doing this? I'm never gonna be able to figure it out. No, you will. Talk to the baby, guys. Talk to the baby. Here we go. Let's do the weird one more time.
Okay.
And then we'll do the more creative one. Ready? 2. Ready? And la 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 la. Good. Now let's do the better one. 2. Ready? And la 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 la. One more time without the piano. And la 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 la. Okay, now here's your chance.
Find that 3rd.
That's what it is. He's such a choir guy. We're gonna do it a cappella a couple times. See if you can do the middle note. In fact, I'll even do you a solid. I'll play it on the piano. You sing along to the middle while we sing a cappella to the 1 and the 5. And then I'm gonna take it away and you can do it by yourself, okay? 2. Here's your note, guys. Watching, ready? Here we go. 2. Ready? And la 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 la. Yes! One more time for you, and then you're going a cappella with us. 2. Ready? There's your note. 2. Ready? And la 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 la. So if you're singing what I'm singing or what Jeremy's singing, you're wrong. Just sing the piano part. That's the 3rd. That's the hardest one right now. Okay. Now a cappella. 2. Ready? And la 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 la. You should know that note with me. Yes, very good. Good job, guys. Yay, give yourselves a round of applause. We hope that this video helped you. So today, guys, in learning how to hear harmony, we went over the following. We went over music immersion. We went over
find that 3rd.
and find that 5th, and rinse and repeat. You can do this. We hope this video helped you. Let us know if there's anything else you would like us to do tutorials on in the comments box below. Subscribe to this channel. If you want to get into this amazing coach of mine's schedule, all you need to do is email info@terrasimonstudios.com or call the studio. All the information you need is in the description box below. And there's all sorts of awesome links there to help you also support yourself on your vocal journey if you're more of a DIY person. We love you guys. We're proud of you. Make sure you spread faith, not fear, love, not germs, be a blessing in a stranger's life, because that is how we change the world. And we will see you on the next one.
See ya.
Bye.
And I'm hanging outside